Today, Precarious plays
Deus Ex, Human Revolution. I think he said to go down the stairs, but I'm taking the ramp. Now that's player choice.
Nice hat, indeed.
That's interesting.
What?
I guess that makes perfect sense.
What?
No, that door would lead to the limb clinic. Just like the guts of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm relieved to know they sent a professional, at least.
That makes two of us.
Right. Not exactly what I was expecting. I was told I would be meeting a girl. How do I know you're not an imposter or some sort of double agent? Don't think I don't know this could all just be an elaborate trap to set me up.
Look, no offense, Mr. X, or whatever your name is, but I really don't have time for this. So if you could simply just give me what I came for, I'll be on my way.
Yes. I have it right here. Evelyn Carmichael's autopsy report. Here, take it.
Thank you.
I trust you will put this information to good use, because accountability and justice is at an all-time low, I'm afraid. It pains me to see this once great city, which stood as a bastion for reform and progress against our oppressive communist origins, succumb to the trappings of corporate bureaucracy and petty corruption. Corruption so often typical of your Western governments.
Yeah, man, it sounds like
Whatever
you guys
you
just
say.
created
Now, if
communism
you
for
don't mind, I really
capitalism.
must be going.
Well, there is still the matter of my payment. 1,000 credits was the agreed-upon price, I believe. Isn't that right?
Sure, whatever.
I'll...
What are you... I mean, it's not a lot.
It's
I
not
don't
a
think.
lot. Like, I think that he's doing... First, Malik didn't say that we were going to pay this guy.
And I think she probably would have.
She would have, but I want to, like... I think it's all right to pay him because...
What if she didn't say it because she already paid him?
Then he gets a bonus for being tricksy, and that's fine.
And what were you just saying about corruption?
A deal is a deal. Surely your handlers informed you of this little detail.
No, my handlers failed to mention this little detail. Never mind. Just take your money. This report better be worth it.
Oh, I assure you it is. Whoever it was that didn't want this information given to the proper authorities paid a lot of money to have it ignored. A pity for them, limb policy strictly prohibits deletion of records concerning operational procedures. For legal purposes, you see.
What?
Legal, right. Nice doing business with you, X.
So does Lim also just function as like a hospital?
Oh, probably. Yeah, it probably has, like, HIPAA rules and all kinds of regulations.
Well, I just mean, like, why was she taken there? I guess it must have just been for, I just assumed that this place would have a different coroner's office, not the Lim clinic, because, like, Lim is I thought it was like a standalone corporation. I thought it was just
It
a
might
company.
be, but I know that in real life there are a lot of medical facilities that pull double duty and just house more than one company.
I see. Because the equipment concerns are probably similar.
Yeah. I am a little concerned about why she was taken to the limb clinic. Like, why the limb clinic branch would have I don't know. The limb clinic might just also function as the local health department in this area, because I can't imagine getting funding for much medical facility around here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it probably is, like, it probably also has a regular old clinic inside of it, and it uses the money that it gets from selling neuroprosine to afford existing. So what's the report? Is it juicy?
Craniocerebral injuries, several of them. Abrasion of the left cheek. Abrasion and contusion of the left shoulder. Abrasions on the leg. No drugs, no alcohol.
I mean, those injuries are pretty consistent.
Cause of death is asphyxia by seizure associated with craniocerebral trauma and intracranial hemorrhaging.
Oh my god, somebody punched her in the head to death or strangled her?
Possibly,
And then
although,
threw her off a building?
Or I'm not a medical professional, but just as a layman reading these words, it also sounds like maybe she was paralyzed from brain or neck damage and then suffocated to death, but I think that narratively yours makes more sense. Quantitative blood tests revealed a high level of human chorionic gonadotropin,
I don't know that one.
HCG, in the subject's bloodstream, a hormone produced during the early stages of pregnancy.
Oh, good. Let's add another layer of sadness to this particular mission.
She was in the first trimester.
Malik, I just got the
Trimester, not
autopsy
trimester.
report.
That's
No
a different
drugs
thing.
or alcohol in everyone's
Zelda thing,
system.
I think.
And her estimated time of death doesn't fit Lee's story. She did die from a head wound, but not one that matches the evidence found at the scene.
I knew it. It couldn't have been just an accident.
There's
And
more.
there's more.
Evelyn was pregnant. Malik,
I'm here. We can't let him get away with this, Jensen. He's guilty. He has to be. Can you go to his apartment?
and do what?
Twist his
Get
head off?
proof. Get
Like it's-
something. I'm sending you the coordinates. Contact me again when you're there.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't being, like, I wasn't, like, I really wanted to, like, I can do that. I just need to know ahead of time.
Is this what we're doing? I need a plan, please, Malik.
I'm gonna have to buy a couple of energy bars. It really takes a lot out of you, removing body parts. High impact surgeries like that, you know? Mm-hmm. Wait a second. Let me... you know, I think that this place winds up looping from the train station anyway. It's probably fine. Duh. Right? I
Yeah.
mean, what's more walking around this place? I don't know this map as well as Detroit or Prague from the second game. I think that was the name of the location. I know the map better than I know the name of the map,
Oh.
for what it's worth.
What is, are there any other locations? Do we ever get to see the sunlight in this place? Do we ever get to go up?
I think that it's the second time you come here. Yes, I do think you get to go to Upper Insha. What? What? Oh no! Oh god! What do I...
Jump!
Did it.
Gotta jump the turnstile.
I think that it's the second time you come to China, you get to go topside for a mission. Evidently, at one point, it was supposed to be a third hub, but it had to be cut for a time.
You know, this place, I think that it's interesting how many... Okay, this place stresses me out because of how foggy and crappy everything is.
Yeah.
But also, it seems to have the appropriate amount of noodle and stir-fry places to help with that stress. But as
To
we
counterbalance
walk,
it?
yeah, as we walk through here, it's making me like, every time we pass a noodle shop, or like a Peking duck place, I'm like, that looks good. This place is crap. We should probably stop for tacos. Like, let us find enjoyment where we may, you know? So, the amount of restaurants there are down here, like local little places that serve, like we've passed like several noodle options. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but I think that it's telling that they've crafted this environment that makes me feel stressed out. And then the stuff that usually, like, I use to deal with being stressed out, which is food, is here in abundance.
Jensen only eats two things, and I'm a method player.
Yeah.
Like, when I play games, I really get in character by behaving the same way.
He eats
Cereal?
cigarettes and... No.
Cereal and Pro Energy.
Yeah. Well, I think it's also interesting that we were talking about how many people are smoking around here. That's another thing that people who are stressed out start to do. And there's a lot of prostitution, which, I mean, if you're trying to escape from your crappy situation for a little bit, I mean, you know, orgasms are nice. Also, where are all the video games? There have got to be plenty of video games down here. But everybody has a TV in their room.
They're probably just on data pads.
You're probably right. So, I think that this place is well designed because it's horrible and littered with coping mechanisms. So, it's just another example of why the design in this place is so good, because my particular, I don't want to call it a vice, but my bit of enjoyment is food. And they've got it covered. And it's not like they have a bunch of restaurants that are like Sue's salads. It's definitely like all comfort food.
Give me an entire baby chicken. Give me
an...
You got noodles? Yes. Give me all of them.
Give me all of the noodles with a whole duck on top.
No. I want take a duck, fill it with noodles, wrap it in noodles. I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna eat the whole thing.
That sounds really good.
It sounds awful. I was trying to think of the worst possible order.
No, noodle stuffed duck? That sounds fine.
Doesn't look like
Stuffing is just carbs anyways.
Okay, look. Lee isn't smart enough to properly cover his tracks, so look around. Maybe you can find something suspicious.
How long ago did this happen?
It must have been...
It's in the vent.
Yeah, it must have been conveniently recent.
This is a nice apartment.
Actually, I can check. Well, no, I think that just listed a time. I don't think it listed a date, and I wouldn't really have much to compare it to. It is a nice apartment. That looks like evidence.
Mm-hmm.
And tomorrow it will sound like evidence.
Do you think we should move to Denmark? We should probably move
I thought you were
going to
ask if you wanted to move the table about a half a foot to the left.
No, should we move to... No, I'm asking for a much larger question.
No, I think that we should move the table about half a foot to the left because I don't think it's centered.